and welcome to today's Peaky Card reading. Today's topic is, what do people secretly admire about you behind your back? And for that, you have two piles, pile number one and pile number two. Now, let's get started. And, guys, if you like my content, then please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Now, let's get started. Hello, pile one. Let's see, what do people secretly admire about you but won't say it? Clearly, okay, the Hierophant tells me that, you know what, people admire the wisdom that you have. See, this guy is way wiser beyond his age. People also consider you to be somebody who are way wiser beyond their age. You are a person whom they admire for their wisdom. For, people probably, a lot of them come to you for life suggestions. A lot of them come to you for all the important suggestions that you can give. A very sane, reliable kind of a person. That reliability, that wisdom, people really respect and admire about you. Maybe some people will say it also. A lot of you could be Capricorns, for sure, like very, very much like Capricorn people. Like you could be pretty young, yet older people come to you for life lessons and suggestions, that kind of a thing. Yeah, people also secretly admire your strength. People consider you to be emotionally. A lot of you could be into like gymming and running and physical fitness, but most of you, I'm getting a lot of emotional strength. Maybe some of you have endured a lot growing up. Some of you started earning pretty early because you had to contribute to your parents' family. Maybe you guys had to grow older faster, maybe because your parents were not always there, maybe because, like, it could be any other reason why. But what I'm seeing is you guys had to grow old faster, and that gave you a lot of wisdom, that gave you a lot of strength, which courage, the courage with which you face the adversities in life, that is something that people really admire about you. Seven of Pentacles, yeah, people consider you to be a very, very hardworking. See, they have sown the seeds and they are now reaping the benefits. You have worked very hard right from your childhood days. I'm seeing people admire how hard you have worked. Whatever like gifts you're reaping today, whatever you're reaping today, benefits you're reaping today, are all because of all the hard work that you have been putting in for ages. That's what I'm seeing, and people really admire. Yeah, a lot of you are very intellectually blessed, have always been. Like, you studied a little but got a lot of marks, that kind of a person. A lot of you are into science and things like physics and chemistry. You know what, you guys, a lot of you could be into like research, PhDs, like high education, and you're using your education, you've used your intellectual prowess to climb up the ladder. Some of you are into startups, into something very cutting edge, like cancer research to cryptocurrency to AI, chat GPT. I'm seeing a lot of you could be into coding, in, coders and stuff. You could very well be that as well. And you have intellectual prowess which you have used to climb the ladder, and people really respect your smartness. A lot of you also could be like street smart, and I'm not seeing that saying that these two things are mutually exclusive. What I'm trying to say is, you guys have used your intelligence and smartness to do the right thing, to get what you wanted in life, to rise above the situation that you're into, and that is something that people really respect. Six of Swords, literally, you have you swam through a lot of stormy seas in life. You've faced a lot of stormy weather, a lot of stormy seas, and the courage and strength that you have shown in doing so is something that people secretly admire. People respect that a lot. All right, guys, if you like my content, guys, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Your support would mean the world to me. The Sun card, really, People see you as a success story. You know what people really admire is how positive you are, how enthusiastic you are. You know, you have been through a lot, life has put you through a lot, but you never gave up on life. Instead, you are a very like optimistic kind of a person, eternally optimistic kind of a person. Also, people see you as a success story. People admire how far you have come even after going through a lot of impediments in life. Wheel of Fortune, yes, people admire. Like, you are one of the self made people. You know, from here to here, you have literally turned your life around. From one thing to the other, you guys have managed to turn your life around from negative to the positive. I'm seeing you guys have really turned not just your own life around. For a lot of you, you've turned the lives of your family around as well. You have created a status for yourself which has helped your parents, your siblings. Like, you are a very you're not a selfish person. You like believe in sharing your knowledge and wealth with people whom you really care about, who are not probably at a position that you are at. You're also very driven, very focused, very gifted. Yeah, I'm hearing very gifted, very focused, very driven. Yeah, a lot of you are workaholics. People will probably call you workaholics, but the thing is, it's your work ethics. You have impeccable work ethics. That's something. You could be sick, but you'll still, if you promise something to somebody, you deliver on it. That kind of a person you are. The star card, you are somebody who gets a lot of attention wherever they go. You get a lot of attention wherever they go. You guys, like, you don't even try to get the attention. Like, wherever you go, the limelight follows. Like, people really in your locality, a lot of you could be into social media as well and pretty well known, or even at your office, your workplace, you're pretty well known for your performances. Like, a very well known face, a very well known figure. That's something I can see. The Empress card, you are a person who is like, I'm seeing that, you know what, you are a person who is thriving in life. You are a person who is resplendent in their own glory. Okay, the star and the Empress, I'm seeing a lot of you are getting a lot of limelight and people are admiring you. We all tend to latch on to those successful people, to other people's success, and we feel inspired by them. A lot of people are probably gossiping, but mostly people are really inspired by your work, by your work ethics, by the success that you're enjoying today. People are really motivated. A lot of your like people at your workplace, people in your locality, they are motivated at how far this person has come. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of them are also crushing on you, are infatuated on you. They feel that, you know, yeah, you are the alchemist of your own destiny. Remember, the magician has all the four: air, water, fire, all, and earth. All the four elements of nature are at the magician's disposal. A magician uses all the four elements of nature to create something awesome, to create their own life, their own, like, you know, the coveted life. And you have infinite potential. What people feel about you is, this is a person who has infinite potential, and they can use their potential to become, they have used their potential. You have got awesome manifestation power, and you guys have used that to become whoever you are today. Yeah, you have a life of, like, literally abundance. I'm seeing, guys, abundance, and people are admiring that this is a person, and this has not come easily. This was not handed down to you. You guys have worked very hard. So congratulations, Pailwan. You guys have worked so hard to reach wherever you have, and people really admire that secretly. People in your, like, it could be in your locality, in your friend circle, in your family, your siblings, everybody, they admire your work ethics, how far you have come after enduring so much. Shift in perception, exactly. People now, there was a time probably where there were people who used to bully you, who thought you were not in their league, especially for the financial reasons. But today those are the people in your school, in your college, and those are the people who look up to you, who talk to you, who talk about you, who try to talk to you, and they talk about you. You have shown the world the real you. A lot of you could be Aquarius. I'm getting, some of you are actually very intellectually blessed, like PhDs and postdocs, and using their research for the for the betterment of mankind, kind of a thing, and getting your rewards as a result. Some of you could be using some latest technology in their startups and stuff. And I'm seeing like people are really, those people who used to once make fun of you maybe, are the ones who are looking after you today. Wise one, grow within your current situation. Yes, people actually admire your wisdom. As I've already said, it's a double confirmation of that fact that, what, people look up to, we all tend to look up to successful, wise people, and you clearly are one of those. Somebody, success to whom was not handed down, somebody who has endured their difficult situations and have grown within that. Cat, it's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your overdependency on others. You are a person who is very independent, very self reliant. People think of you as somebody who is very self reliant, self dependent, somebody who does not depend on others, even emotionally and financially for sure. Very self reliant kind of a person, like a cat, you know? So that is another thing that people admire about you. Like, you are very happy on your own. In today's day and age, in this hyper connected world, people tend to struggle to stay on their own, right? Even for a few hours, few moments. And you are not one of those people. Communication is key, Gemini. A lot of you could be having Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. I'm getting a lot of air signs coming your way. Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus can be significant. What I'm saying is communication for a lot of you, like, you have the gift of the gab. Whenever you speak, people tend to stand and listen. People give importance to your speeches. I'm seeing like you're getting invited to deliver speeches elsewhere, that kind of a situation. I'm seeing shed your old skin. You guys have literally, I'm seeing a lot of transformation. Maybe some of you have strong Scorpio as well, like sun, moon, rising, anything. You guys, like, people from your past can no longer recognize you. They are in awe. They couldn't believe how transformed you have become. Like, today you are an unrecognizable persona. That's what I'm seeing, and people really respect that, really are admiring it. You are very focus, goal oriented. You make plans. You always have, like, your calendar is always blocked. You are a busy person and a very organized, methodical person. That is another admirable quality in you. People really admire you for so many reasons, my dear pile number one. Like, you guys are really, you are like a role model for a lot of them. Stay rooted and grounded. Yes, you guys are extremely rooted, very, very much grounded. I'm seeing very focused, rooted, grounded, devoted to your work. You know how far you have come, and you know where you need to reach in your life, and you are putting in all the efforts to do so. Tiger, you're being called upon to provide leadership, so trust you're capable of doing so. Exactly. People also admire your natural leadership qualities. At your workplace, at home, you could be the younger sibling, you could be like the single child, but you have a natural sense of leadership, both at home, at work, everywhere. You can lead with example, and people follow your example. Whenever you say something, people follow you. That is something like, your speeches matter. The example, you lead by an example, as they say. You That is something that people really admire about you. Prosperity lies of it. As I said, Taurus can be significant. Yes, people think that you have come a long way, you have come this far, but you're gonna go a longer way in life. You are going to make it really big. You are going to become very prosperous. That's what people feel about you, that this is a person who is gonna make it really big, very prosperous in life. Sun, enjoy success and happiness. Exactly. I'm seeing that you are a person who has seen, who has enjoyed, who is enjoying right now some success, some amount of success, and people are admiring it. But what people feel is you're meant for bigger things. That's what, not just people, you know what? This is the message I'm channeling constantly, that this is a person who has got prosperity lies ahead of them and who is going to enjoy more success, more happiness. But people already admire the amount of abundance that you have. You could be telling me that, you know what, I need to go a longer way, far longer way. And yeah, I get it. I get it. It's just that people think that you're already way ahead of them in the curve. That's what I'm saying. Make the change. You are somebody who has made a lot of changes in their lives and have become pretty successful at that. What I'm saying is you have transformed. A lot of you have changed the way you dress, the way you speak, the way you talk, everything, your body language, everything has changed. Thorns, weave together the crown you deserve. I'm seeing you are a person, you know, thorns can be like, seriously, when life is thrown lemons at you, you have turned them into lemonades. When life threw thorns at you, you made a crown out of that. You are somebody who is very good at turning your adversities into opportunities. That's what people admire about you. Like, give them anything and they will turn that in their favor. Give them any situation. That is the kind of a person you are, and people admire that quality. Of course, you don't need someone else to fix you. I'm getting a lot of Virgo vibes with this card. I get the Scorpio, Virgo, this kind of vibes I'm getting. Capricorn, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius. These are the vibes I'm getting. Like, people literally feel that you are good enough. You don't need others. Maybe there was a time when you felt that I'm probably not good enough. Probably, like a lot of us, we have suffered from the imposter syndrome. But today you understand, maybe even now you do at times. But people feel that, you know what, you're more than good enough. Slay them all. See this girl with a prosthetic leg. She's going ahead to slay the dragons. You are like her. You are so courageous, so determined. Okay, with this and this confidence, it comes with time and practice. You know, today I'm getting that, you know what? People call you a very confident person, somebody who is so capable, who is like very good, like they can touch anything and turn it into gold. But this was not so. Once you used to be like this girl, lacking in confidence, not sure whether you were good enough. But today, after a lot of practice, that confidence is coming out of you. It never came like at first. It was not natural initially. But today, with time and practice, you are like, people call you confident today. Stars, you can manifest every wish of yours. Literally, people admire your manifestation capabilities. The life that you have managed to manifest is something that people really admire. All right, pile one. I hope you have had some clarity over your situation. If yes, guys, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Namaste. Hello, pile two. Let's see, why do people secretly admire you behind your back? Okay, they won't say it, right? Okay, so clearly the first one is the moon card. You know, you guys are either very naturally creative or very naturally intuitive in nature. Your intuition could be very spot on. Like, I'm seeing a lot of you, like you might have predicted something to somebody, said something to somebody, they laughed at you initially, but later on your predictions came true. That kind of a situation I'm seeing for a lot of you. Some of you are very good, like artists, good singer, dancer, painter, anything like related to artistry. where you paint really well, you sing really well, you dance really well, and people are really in awe. Like they can't even imagine how good you are. People really admire that quality in you. All right, the fool, but in reverse. So you guys are, you know what? I'm seeing a lot of you are pretty playful in nature, but you are not like gullible. Like a fool could also mean at times that you are too trusting. No, you are not. You enjoy life, but you don't let your mistakes. You enjoy life, you fall down, but you do not let your mistake uh, pull you backwards in life. That's something I can see, that you are somebody who has made their own set of mistakes, but they have not become grumpy, they have not become bitter, that life hasn't been fair to me. That kind of a scenario hasn't happened with you. One sec. Okay, right. So you are like, you have had your own share of fair share of failures, and you have embraced them, you have taken it on your chin, and you have improvised yourself in those matters. That's what I can see. The temperance card, clearly you guys are very wise, way wiser. Like you have had a lot of life experiences in a short time period. Also, you have had a lot of life experiences. Like, see, this is the sea of life, and you have dipped your pitcher into the sea of life. And what I'm seeing is a lot of you are very good mentors, teachers. I'm seeing a lot of teachers, a lot of counselors, school counselors, to therapists, to a lot of teachers can be seen. Clearly, people come to you for suggestions, for life advices. That is something, and people really admire the kind of suggestions, the advices that you give. People really admire that, people really respect that. You know, you have manifested everything. I repeat, everything you have manifested in your life. For like a lot of people can only imagine the amount of manifestation, good manifestation, that you have got in your life. Like you have had everything in your life today that, like, you could only imagine 5 7 years back. You guys have manifested a new lifestyle, a new way of living. Maybe earlier you used to be vegan, now you have changed your lifestyle, and vice versa. The way in which you dress, the things you eat, the way in which you communicate, the people you keep near yourself, everything. Maybe you have grown a lot, and as a result you maybe have also might have cut out some people who are not that important, who couldn't grow as much, who were probably gossiping behind your back. People also admire. A lot of you could be related to the law, judge, a lawyer, um, paralegal, related to the law and justice. It could also be activism, like child right activism to animal rights activism. Like you are extremely justice driven, you are a very fair person, just and fair person yourself, and you always tend to stand up and speak the truth, whatever it might be. You know, at times speaking the truth can go against you, but you nonetheless do what you feel is right for yourself. All right. Another thing what I'm seeing is you guys are extremely forthright, very courageous, and people really respect that. You know, you tend to always speak up if you feel that something is not right. You guys, like very few people, especially in today's day and age, would dare to speak up and speak out, and you're one of those people who tend to speak out. And yeah, people respect that, people admire it secretly. You are somebody, I'm seeing a lot of judgment tend to come your way. People tend to judge the way in which you live your life. You are a non-conformist. In a lot of way, you believe in living, and you do live your life on your own terms. You are a firm believer that, you know what, I have only one life, so I would rather live it up. You do things, you dance to the tunes of your own bit. So even if it comes at the cost of some people's judgmentalism, it's all right. I mean, for you it hurts at times, but you probably don't let it affect you much. That's what I'm seeing. Another thing that I'm seeing is you guys, like, You are an emancipated soul. Literally, people want to be like you. People, but they don't dare to. That's why they speak behind your back. But they admire the courageous, fearless, go getter attitude in you. Alright, guys, up until now, if you like my content, guys, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Your support would mean the world to me. Thank you. Right, the temperance card. Clearly, you are a very, very. I'm getting a lot of Leo, Sagittarius, Libra. Yeah, Libra, justice and temperance. Typically, a lot of Libran vibes, very balanced, very wise. Saturn gets exalted in Libra because Saturn is a very wise planet, very just planet. You are also a very just person, very wise, just. You stand up for what you feel is right. You try to say the right things. That is something that I can see in you repeatedly. You are a person who knows exactly what is right for you to do. Ten of Swords, yeah. There has been a time when you have felt totally defeated. Like there were times when you have felt really you have been backstabbed and people saw it, like you felt like this caged bird. Say this caged bird. You literally felt that way. There has been a time, I'm seeing it is a part in the past. It's a situation, a circumstance in your past. It's not there to affect you anymore, but that has groomed your career. That has shown your mettle. That has proven how strong and determined you are. Yes, you are a person today of a lot of integrity and character. It's all because of what you have faced in your past and how you have dealt with it. That's what I can see. And people really, really admire the amount of courage with which, I'm seeing a lot of you have been through like homelessness, joblessness. Maybe you have been through some major heartbreak, more than heartbreak, some health issues. Maybe some of you had to deal with I don't know, I mean, this like going from one a foster house, foster care situation, those kind of situations I can see. Or maybe you had a secure job, you're supposed to get a raise. Instead of getting a raise, somebody did something behind your back and you lost your job. Your so called friends turned into aliens. So that is the kind of backstabbing betrayal that you have faced, but you have faced it in a very graceful manner. That's what I can see. Seven of Wands. Clearly, guys, you are a very courageous lot. You were very, very courageous. You faced it with a lot of grace, with a lot of elan, with a lot of, like, you know what? I know what I have been through, but it's okay. I'm willing to put in the hard work. I'm willing to work towards my own betterment. That kind of a mindset you have got for sure. Six of Swords, yeah. You know what? You have a never gonna give up kind of attitude. Like facing whatever comes your way. You have literally faced, you have a lot of courage to face the adversities. You have faced your adversities with a lot of courage, lot of grace, lot of dignity. And that is something people admire. That whenever they are like your success story is like a recipe for those who are going through tough circumstances, and those people especially tend to look up to you. Secondly, another thing is you have a very strong spiritual bent to your mind as well. That is another thing with that moon card. What I'm seeing is your intuition is strong. I'm getting now that when we go through difficult circumstances, most of us, we tend to lean more and more towards spirituality. That is exactly what has happened in your case as well. Six of Swords. You guys have literally, what I'm seeing is you guys have really, you've got the attitude of not gonna let go, like whatever might happen, let it happen. I'm not gonna give up, never gonna give up. You have that attitude, and that is something that helped you sell through during difficult circumstances, during difficult times. What I'm seeing is you are a person who does not let go of things easily, who does not give up easily. That is something for sure. Six of Pentacles. You are somebody who is also very kind, very generous, very caring, very giving. Like you have no problem sharing your wealth with others. Like you are that friend who would reach out to their friends, especially when they are sick and ill and stuff like that. Trust in the unknown. Yeah, you have a very strong like belief in the universe, in the unknown, and people talk about it. Like, just look at this person. Where were they 5 7 years back, and today see where they are. So that huge transformation is something that people tend to admire in you. Balance spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. You are a person. Pisces also can be significant for a lot of you. What I'm seeing is you are like, what people admire is you have that perfect balance of spirituality and practicality. You have a spiritual, intuitive bent of mind. At the same time, you're also practical enough for this modern world, for the day to day mundane world. You're spiritually bent, but also you are very very practical, because you know you got to earn your bread, right? So that is something that people really admire, that this is a person who is not all into spirituality or all everything into materialism. They have a perfect balance of yin and yang. What a guardian. Connect with your emotions. Yeah, people admire that how well you're connected with your deeper self, with your deeper emotions. People really admire that this is a person, they know exactly what their worth is. They know exactly how far they have come in their life, and they know exactly what they need to do with their lives. Do a walking meditation each day for the next week. Yeah, you are, a lot of you could be into very much into meditation, spirituality, spiritual practices, meditation, that kind of a thing. A lot of you could be into all of that, I'm seeing. Like, you know what, meditation can be very very fruitful as an exercise for a lot of you. And you guys, like, people admire, like, it's very grounding. Okay, get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitive people connect with nature. Fine. So clearly, I'm seeing you're a very grounded, you have a very grounded approach. Even in spirituality, we can have a very grounded, more realistic approach towards spirituality. You have that. You're very grounded, you're very sensitive towards other people's, like, not hypersensitive, rather sensitive and empathetic towards other people's distress. You're also somebody who tend to connect very quickly with nature and pets and small animals. Like, you tend to surround yourself, like pets and plants, you tend to surround yourself with all such stuff. That's what I'm seeing. Believe in the impossible. Blue moon. Blue moon can be significant for a lot of you, and believe in the impossible. You are a person who genuinely, you tend to believe in the impossible. You are a person, you know, like, seriously, there was a time when you didn't have much hope. Like, people in your position wouldn't have had so much hope, but you believed. You know what people admire in you is, this belief that like, whatever might have happened, it has happened for good. Everything is working out in my favor. You have that kind of a belief system, and people say that, it's because of that, this belief system, that they have been able to overcome so many impediments, so many turmoils in their life, because you have faced certain very difficult circumstances. I'm seeing sage. Be devoted and committed. You are a very devoted soul. Like, you are very disciplined, devoted, committed, like a sage in your life, especially towards your work, even towards those people, those family members and friends who matter to you. You are extremely devoted towards them. Awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being. Literally, you are a very very awakened soul. You are a very, you know upgraded and awakened soul. Like, you know what, I'm seeing a lot of you could be like, spiritual teachers as well. Like, you could be into reiki, crystals, even tarot, astrology, spirituality. Like a teacher, people come to you for spiritual suggestions and stuff like that. It could be professional, it might not be professional, like a lot of you are naturally that way. So probably people, for some of you, for your predictive nature, people tend to ask you before doing certain things. So that is, people see you as a very, people admire that you have energetically a very very high vibrational soul. That's what I'm seeing. Surrender to the divine. Yes, people really admire, like you are somebody who has totally surrendered themselves to the higher power, because the things that you have been through, you will genuinely feel it was only through higher powers intervention that you could overcome them. That's why unlock the magic within. You are a person who has been very very magical, who have been like, a lot of you have a lot of magical power about you. That's what people think, that's what people admire, that's what people notice in you, that this is a person who has a lot of magical power about them. There is something very magical, very devotional about this person. Trust your instincts. Yeah, you are somebody who usually, like, your instincts, your intuitions are very strong. You're blessed in that department. I'm seeing a lot of water signs could be seen, like Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio can be seen, Sun, Moon, Rising. Then a lot of fire signs like Sagittarius, Leo can also be seen. Some Libras could also be there as well. So yeah, Sun, Moon, Rising, it can also be a Saturn, a Jupiter. Okay, don't doubt your worth. You're always enough. You have this sense of self worth that you have developed over the years through, when you work hard and you're patient, and your patience pays off. That's when you realize that you are good enough, you are worthy. And that is something, that sense of self is something that people really admire in you. Be your own first priority. You know what? After going through whatever you have realized that I need to prioritize myself for others to prioritize me, for others to respect me. And that is something people admire in you, because, like, in today's day and age, if you prioritize yourself, you get judged. So you are being very unapologetically who you are. Start a revolution. A lot of them would actually call you a rebel. You standing up for justice, you standing up against the mainstream narrative. That is something people admire a lot. All right, pile 2. I hope you have had some clarity over your situation, guys. If yes, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Namaste.